You can see him in there.
He got hit by a car yesterday, so we kept him overnight with grain and water, and he couldn't stand on his own yesterday, but he can today, so it's getting better. So we're gonna take him to the Avian Recovery Center at the BC Wildlife in Kamloops.
All right, Brian, you get in there. I'm not facing that swan. We'll keep this door shut. Make sure the door shuts if it doesn't try to get out. Yeah. Don't let go of that top of that box.
Just tape that box down a wee bit. One of duct tape's many uses, capturing swans.
Capturing lots of things, including people.
Easy, Don. Sure tears nice. Should be good, eh?
I want to get the doors on the truck.
Ooh. Some angry noise. Do we want to take the van instead?
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Is that box going to fit in there?
Yeah, it is.
Or do you want to go to the other side? Swan secured.
Swan secured.
So I already told, well, I told Mike's GoPro the story. We'll have to do a story on it in the truck on our way to Kamloops, which is like 2 hours from here. I almost stepped on this caterpillar going to get my GoPro batteries. These little guys love the cement. They're just starting to wake up. They always crawl all over the highway by my place in Mceown, and I have no idea why. They love the cement. It's like they try to get run over, but they're cute. I'm trying to go put them up. There you go, buddy. You'll be safe over there in the wilderness. Bronson was so sure he was gonna get to eat that thing. He's been thinking about it since yesterday when we brought it home. Hey, Bronson? I know you're still looking for that thing. You're just like, damn, I want to eat it. That one blue blanket that it was wrapped in, what did you guys do with that? Or did Kurt take it?
I just threw it on the hood of the truck and Kurt took it somewhere.
Okay, good. Yeah, Kurt grabbed my favorite of my dad's blankets. It's like this nice wool loomed blanket that's like 60 years old, and that's what he decided to wrap the goose in last night, or the swan.
When I got home here,
So he owes me a dry cleaner for my favorite blankie. Okay, we are on the road. The murdered chicken is inside that box. I thought geese were scary close up. Nothing compared to this one.
Cobra chickens. This is an anaconda chicken.
Yeah. So, anyways, we cut him a head hole, and now he's staring at me through that box, and every time I look behind me, he hisses. So we got like a 2-hour-long drive ahead of us, and yeah, we'll let you know how it goes. It's not happy in the box. Not a happy duckling.
I wasn't sure if he could suffocate in a sock, so I cut a hole in the end of the sock. But he figured out how to get his head off of it, and when I put him in the box, within 10 seconds, I could hear him going, and I looked in there, and he's rubbing the sock on his face, down his head, on the side of the box, and then by the time we got out of the driveway, it was off his head, and you could see. But he's
They're
still
smart.
really chill. He's
They're
still very chill.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll let you know how the drive goes. Hopefully he doesn't break out of the box. Would not be good. Oh, we're just under halfway there.
So yeah, one town over, still looking good. Donald's chilled right out.
Yeah. He hasn't really done a whole lot. He kind of every once in a while peers through the hole in the top. He hasn't stuck his head out of it or nothing. But going through the construction, just about to pass Rust Bros. Beautiful view. That's what she said.
There we go, perfect. Now I can see the box and out the back window.
I know, I've got my little mirror here so I can keep an eye on the...
I gotta crank down all weird and then put it on high beam mode. Be there soon, Donald. Don't you worry, buddy.
What an adventure. It's his second truck ride because Curtis had to go get him the other day. Yesterday.
Yeah. I thought about keeping him until the weekend and taking him on Saturday, but
It's pretty hard to keep a live animal.
I'm not
in the garage.
equipped to take care of him. I don't know what I'm doing. I had some mixed cob feed, which has barley and cracked corn and cob in it, so it's and some molasses, so it's pretty generic feed. Definitely be something that he'd eat, but
Yeah. He did eat last night, drank, got up, started walking around.
I don't know if he ate or drank anything.
Oh, I thought you said that he...
No, I left food so he could eat and
I
drink.
see. Anyways, yesterday he was in not good shape when we brought him home. He was
Yeah, he was having tremors and he couldn't stand on his own, and he couldn't keep his head up off the ground on his own for more than a moment or two, and you'd stand still for 3 seconds and he'd think you weren't there, and then you'd move and he would freak out, and he couldn't run straight, or he couldn't fly, and he couldn't do anything. And even when we caught him out in the field, he was in the ditch, and I just walked up behind him and sat down on top of him.
Yeah.
And had his wings under my legs, and then as soon as I went to put the sock over his head, he freaked out a little bit, but he didn't freak out until I touched his neck.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He was so out of it.
Yeah. Kurt originally drove by him and he was standing in the middle of the road doing circles, flapping one wing all weird. So not sure what happened to him. He either got clipped by a car, which I feel like he might have more damage, but Kurt's brother said he might have got taken out of the sky by a golden eagle too, which we do have some in the area, so not unplausible.
Or, you know, like maybe a coyote grabbed him off the bank down from the log yard there, because the river goes by.
Yeah.
It's pretty far away, but...
And it was right by the log mill, so like maybe they were like nesting somewhere and logs got moved, or like who knows what happened. Anyways, he's chilling. He's way better today. This morning he was up and walking. Yeah, he's doing better than he was yesterday, so that's good.
Yeah, yesterday like he literally could not stand or like fight back.
Today
or,
he's
like,
pretty feisty.
Yeah, today he's a lot more feisty.
Yeah.
And he's doing like waterfowl things, you know, like he's maintaining eye contact with you. He's doing head ducks, which is like a thing they do when they're like telling everybody, hey, we should be looking at this, and hissing when you start to move towards him, and like standing up and opening his wings in defensive posture. And yesterday he wouldn't do any of that, so that's good to see him doing normal stuff again.
Yeah, so we must have caught him just right after it happened, whatever happened to him. And
yeah, because he was like literally straddling the yellow line on the road when I found him.
Yeah, and Kurt kind of looked over his body, and it doesn't look like he has any like horrible visible injuries.
Yeah, no compound fractures or real visible injuries. There was a little bit of blood coming out from his beak yesterday. I had put a bucket there with some food, and he was resting his head on the bucket but not eating. And then when he picked his head up, there was like just an itty bitty little, like not solid blood, but like blood in his spit.
Yeah. So who knows if it's like, yeah.
But he made it through the night, so like if he was bleeding internally, I don't think he would have made it through the night.
Yeah. But I know like sometimes like even when people get concussions, like sometimes your ears bleed or your nose bleeds or...
Yeah, totally.
So it might have been something like that. Anyways, he's way better today, and the wildlife people are, sounds like, excited to have him, so
I hope they can like keep me like
in the loop. I'm gonna ask them if they can keep us in the loop. Also, I know that I looked up they have an Instagram, because it's a wildlife park that you can go and visit, like Kamloops Wildlife Park. They also they have like a rehabilitation side, and if they can't rehabilitate the animal and release it, it gets put in the wildlife park. Where is that? And anyways, they got some cool stories on there of other animals that are rescued in the area that were unable to be released that live there, but that's their Instagram. Well, I don't know if you guys can see that. BC Wildlife Park. And yeah, there's a raccoon, or 2 raccoons and 2 grizzly bears that were local that I was listening to, and maybe a bobcat was the other one.
Yeah, the bobcat was from Radium, came in missing a foot.
Yeah.
When it was a kitten.
But yeah, they got lots of
and they do like full on care. Like that bobcat came in and its leg was like long enough that it would try to walk on it, but not long enough to walk properly, so it was always going to be like rubbing it open on the ground. So they ended up just taking the whole leg off the animal surgically. And so, you know, like a 3-legged dog, the thing probably can't do okay in the wild, but it can live a solid life there.
Yeah, so pretty excited. I hope that it looks like they're pretty active on social media, so maybe we can ask them to put up some videos of this trumpeter swan.
Yeah, I want to know how Donald's doing, okay?
I want to know if he's like injured or if he just like...
I would say yeah, or if he was just like concussed.
Yeah, like...
And he's fine to release right now, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Either way, I'd rather give him to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Than release him and see him dead.
Yeah.
The next day in the same field.
He needs to be looked over anyways. And even like next day, even if it was just a concussion, you probably want to watch them for a couple days before you go release them, so they can defend themselves in the wild. Alright, just past Respers, I forgot to show it, but anyways, still going through the construction. How beautiful that is though.
A lot of snow out in the valley too.
There's just the GoPro really picks up the blue sky.
Yeah.
You've reached the BC Wildlife Park Wildlife Rehabilitation cell phone. Our hours of
You gonna go up and knock maybe? Just me and you, Donald, so don't eat me. I am more scared of you than you are of me. I can guarantee you that. Here comes the lady. Oh no, just Curtis. Hey, don't you hiss at me. What'd she say?
Bring him in.
Oh, we gotta bring him in? Okay. Yeah, Donald, we're getting on it right now.
Okay, Donald, we're gonna go inside. It's a good bird, Donald. You're a good bird.
Do you mind if I film this?
Yeah, we're probably just bringing it in the back
Okay.
though, so we don't have people come in the back once we have
That's
him.
fair.
So yeah, where was he from?
Maple Lake Road outside of Enderby.
Okay.
Yeah, I was by Sam Polson's mill. He was in the middle of the road, spinning out. Couldn't get his feet under him or get in flight. Went home, got a box, went back, found him 500 yards down the road in the ditch. Couldn't really keep his head up, couldn't stand, and he super easy to catch. Just walked up and grabbed him. It was weird, and kept him in the garage with a blanket on him overnight. And this morning he was up, walking around, head up, and doing defensive stuff when you'd open the garage door. So it seemed like he was a lot more with it.
Clear?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yay. Got some dust here.
So yeah, he was so rough last night. I thought if it was bird flu, he's probably not going to make it through tonight. And then he seemed a lot better this
I'm
morning.
just checking to see if I see anything that looks good.
Right. Alright, I'll take them on back if you guys don't mind filling out this far right here, just the stuff in the black box.
And then I was curious if you guys post anything about how they're doing or how it goes for them.
Unless it's some stories we will,
Yep.
but not every one of them. It depends. Like if it's something like lead poisoning, we try to post those to
Yep.
try and just raise awareness
Yep.
or things like that. Yeah, so it depends.
I hope he does okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Depends on what was going on. There's so many different things. Often this time of year we get them a little thin. That's a good thing because usually if we can get them early enough, we can get covered from that. But if it's a traumatic thing, then it depends.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a lot more lively today than he
Mostly
was.
just the middle box here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll do that part. Just where you found it and how you found it is most important. So like if we do get it recovered, we'll take it right back to where it was found.
That's good.
Just kind of found a weird spot too, because there's not really any swans
No.
in
Yeah.
that
They
strip.
might be starting to migrate. I've noticed a lot of.
Yeah, well, I see him migrating, but over the years, I've never noticed him in that area. Maybe
Yeah.
flying up high, but never on the ground.
So nice out, man. Hopefully it keeps up.
That is really nice.
It's gonna be spring. Let's just do it. No more winter.
I agree. I'm so over the winter. That last cold snap was.
What was our only cold snap?
Yeah,
really?
our only
I
cold
think
snap.
we're pretty lucky. I know. It didn't even. I don't feel like we really got a winter down here.
We had a pretty mild winter, and then it was just 2 weeks of cold and snow, and I was like, what
I know.
happened?
It was pretty lovely. Great. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you want to know, you can give us a call.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and we can
Yeah.
give you an update. Hopefully we'll know within. We'll know a little bit today, but if you give us a call even tomorrow, we might have a little bit of an
Awesome.
update for you by then.
Cool.
Thank you.
Find
Thank
anything
you.
today.
Good luck.
Thank you.
See you later, Donald.
If you banned him, put my initials on the band.
Property of the Gordys.
See, as soon as
Alright, now it's time for our
as orderly took him, he started hissing and shaking around in the box. He said, "I want to stay with Dad." Wish I could keep him.
I know.
Just until he was okay, you know. I don't know how to take care of him.
Yeah, we don't have the
I'm sure it
time.
wouldn't be that
or
hard to figure it out, but
Yeah,
if he had
well,
a broken
the
bone or
hardest-
something, I don't know how to rehab him so he can fly again.
Well, and also it's
'Cause
like,
if they have a broken wing, if you don't rehab their wing,
Yeah.
it'll atrophy and they'll never fly again.
yeah. Who knows? Bronson would have ate him if we tried to keep him.
No. You say that like Bronson's a cat. You can tell your dog that like this is family and they understand.
You're trying to tell that to Sierra.
I guarantee you that you could explain to Sierra that something was not to be messed with, like a cat. You know,
Sierra's a case by case. Sometimes she like you, sometimes she don't. All species.
Well, do you want to come to work? You want me to drop you off the house?
How and you to drop me off at the house?